Ladies and gentlemen, and everything in between, welcome to my complete and full Let's Play of Dark Souls Remastered. This is the game that got me into gaming, and it got me into the Souls series. It's kind of like the best game ever made, in my opinion. It's got a lot of jank to it. It's got a lot of stuff that's just weird about it. But my god, do I love this game so much. I think I'm going to go Thief. I'm going to make this a extremely, casual playthrough. I'm going to abuse the hell out of some glitches. I'm going to make this as easy as possible for myself. We're going Thief, like Firebomb. Just to play through the game. So, in the Age of Ancients, there was gray and nothing but dragons. And the gods found the pygmy found the soul and shared it with the gods, and then the gods used it to kill the dragons. And now the gods are really pissed off that their age is ending, despite the fact that they've ruled the world for thousands of years, so they're kind of selfish assholes. So that's kind of the gist of the story. It's our job to either try and continue that age or to turn it off. So, what are we going to do? Well, I think we'll find out when we get... I've played it a lot. I think I want mid. Oh. I forgot you can't 360 the fireballs. Yeah, I kind of accidentally... I wasted 2. Because I could have ended with 5. Now I only have 3. Kinda my bad. So I'm playing on... All my games are PC games. All I own is PC games. We're gonna kill this guy just because talking to him is kind of annoying. He's kind of a crybaby. He's like, wah, wah, my family didn't love me. My family doesn't like me. Wah, wah, prophecy, ancient, blah, 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 blah. No one cares. We get that for when if you kill the Asylum Demon with just the broken sword or with the fire bombs or the plunge attack, he 100% drops his weapon. His 100% drop rate on his weapon. Jesus, I can't talk. So the most overpowered stat in the game is Vitality. And the reason for that is Vitality gives you resistances to everything. It increases your HP bar. And overall, as far as stat alignment goes, it gives you the most stats per point leveled up than any other stat in the game. So we are going to be maxing our vigor and our stamina. And we're going to find really good weapons that have really good flat scaling, so that we don't have to put a lot of stat and points into them. And so what do I mean by that? I mean we're going to meet the minimum stats required, and then we're going to put chaos enchantments on them, so that we are using the minimal amount of effort for the maximum amount of gain. There is a bunch of soul duplications. There are a bunch of there's a bunch of glitches to get through the game very, very quickly. And I will go ahead and say right now, as of right now, I have no way to do some of them on PC. You see, the way that I knew how to duplicate souls to get super overpowered actually it no longer exists anymore. And the reason for that is because in this menu, they added PC settings. So this little extra menu here has actually ruined the entire glitch, because the glitch actually had to do with overlapping menus. And ever since the newest patch on PC, they added this little PC settings tab, which has indirectly removed one of the strongest and easiest to pull off exploits as far as duplicating items. So I think that was completely unintentional, by the way. I don't think they intended at all to do that. I think that was 100% unintentional. They actually patched the game unintentionally, which is hilarious to me. Super fun. But first things first, we're gonna do a little bit of a shopping list. Now here's kind of the part of the run that I despise the most. I don't know if it's my PC, I don't know if it's because I'm using mouse and keyboard, but getting past this first Drake right here is an absolute nightmare for some reason. I have no clue why, but that attack always seems to get me, and if the attack doesn't get me, it does that, where it pushes me off the cliff. Yeah, so I was just stun locked dead there. There's nothing I could do. That attack, by the way, the bite that it's doing, you can't roll out of that. I tried to roll, but it stuns you long enough to where the animations overlap. So if you get hit once by that, you're guaranteed dead no matter how much vigor you have. I don't know if that's a 60 FPS issue. I don't know if that's a remaster issue, but that attack will always kill you because you cannot roll away from it. No matter how big your HP is. It's always guaranteed a follow-up. So we're going to have to do the entire run back, unfortunately. Yeah, getting past that Drake, for some reason, it never fails. I die like 2 or 3 times. It's like the easiest enemy in the game to run by, and for some reason, that Drake, every single playthrough I do, kills me about 3 or 4 times. In fact, I'm going to fight Artorias, and I guarantee when I fight Artorias, I will do it in 1 try. And this Drake is going to kill me about 10 times. So it is confirmed canonically that Drake is stronger than Artorias. Ooh, it still almost got us. Yeah, that Drake is super... Like, the thing is I do the exact same thing every single time that I see speedrunners do to get past that Drake. And half the time, it just doesn't even work. Like, I don't know why, but it's like my copy of the game, that Drake is different. It's literally just built different. I could not tell you why. But we finally made it here. So how are we going to kill this guy? Well, normally if you play like a sorcerer, which to be honest, we could do a super overpowered sorcerer build, which is super easy. By the way, you can get a level 3 sorcerer in this game and just absolutely decimate every person in the game. But what we're going to do here, I'm going to try and bait this dude off. I mean, that works too. Okay, well, unfortunately for me, I'm not used to playing with the controls yet. I've been playing a lot of Elden Ring. Oh my god. You now see that camera? That camera went nuts. Oh, I didn't time it. I didn't time it right. That's hilarious, and I missed the parry. So I missed the backstab wake up, and I somehow managed to get the hard parry off. I just did it again, but I failed the riposte twice now. I am actually just mentally. I need help. I need adult supervision. There is something actually wrong with me. I've been trying to backstab him off the cliff for 30 minutes. I think we're just gonna end up actually just killing him. That didn't parry? How did that not parry? Wait. He doesn't, yeah, I was about to say either. I just end up fireball. That's gonna. I guarantee speedrunners are rolling in their grave right now. They're like, dude, just bait him off the cliff. Backstab him off the cliff. Man, what do you think I'm trying to do? Okay, okay. Alright, please. Alright, well this not, I don't think this will knock him off. No, because he hits the lid. Okay. I don't want to get greedy. Excuse you? Okay, I killed him, thank God. He didn't even drop the weapon, dude. We just struggled. Oh my, that is actually embarrassing. I just struggled for like 20 minutes to kill that guy. No matter how far into the room you are, you're gonna shoot me now. Hey, Andre, what's up, buddy? We're gonna learn your gesture just because I like to have it. We don't have... Yeah, let's just buy some Tide Nights. Right, and off, and see you later, buddy. I don't know any I don't know how to duplicate souls. I don't know how to do anything other than Sin's Gate skip, and I do know a few things. Please. Riding in the elevator, looking like a Darth Vader. Boom, boom, boom. Gotta get the boom, 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 boom. Yeah. Or not. It's been a while since I've said to me. Hey, I'll see that corpse just load in. Man said, "Hey, how are you? Want to talk about my 401k pension plan? You talk about my retirement, please? Can I have a retirement?" Okay, so what's our next step? We've kind of done a pretty decent grocery shopping. Because once you get to Andre and you buy arrows, or I picked up the arrows, at that point you can just start duplicate. This is what I would normally duplicate, but I don't know how to. Tell you what, I'm going to take a short break. I'm going to run to Andre's. I'm going to cut out this part of the video, and I'm going to watch a YouTube tutorial and try to see if I can get the duplication to work on mouse and keyboard. Because I want to do a fun playthrough. I don't want to do... I will record myself doing the duplication. If I can get it to work on PC, because there's probably like one other person that wants to know how to do it on PC. That uses mouse and keyboard and not a controller. And if I have to end up putting in a controller, it's, you know, whatever. I'll just have to do it. I'd rather not do it if I can, but I'll basically cut the video here when I sit at the bonfire, and I'm going to watch like 15 YouTube videos to see if I can actually figure out how to do this. Just for the sake of making this more pleasurable for me, and a lot less annoying to watch for everyone else, because they won't have to watch me farm for 600 years so that I can do the stuff that I want to do in the game. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. And if you're wondering why my microphone sounds like poo-poo garbage, it's because I did find a way to duplicate the souls. Unfortunately, I do need 9,000 souls in order to buy 999 arrows. So that is the unfortunate part. So I think I will have to farm a little bit. And also, I do need to have a controller plugged in and registered that the game, you know, sees as an actual, like, thing. So I need to buy 999 arrows. Now, I do believe 4,000 is enough if they're the small arrows, but I don't think Andre sells them, which means I'll have to go to the undead merchant, right? Yeah, it's only 4,000. So wooden arrows, or actually I can do it with wooden arrows. Okay, so I'm gonna buy it with wooden arrows. Alright, and I have exactly enough. I actually have a soul that I can do this with. So if I'm going off, my microphone will be fixed after I do this duplication, by the way. Okay, so this is how it works, apparently. Make sure you have one soul. Go to this, drop, cycle down, and then just close. And then on the controller, go down to quit game. And then what we want to do is click this and this shortly after. And I can tell I messed it up here. So we're gonna have to start all over. Oh, I did it. I did it. Oh. Use item. Oh, you have to use the mouse wheel. Oh, would you look at that? That's gonna take a while though. And so for that, I mean, that's crazy. That's actually really useful. I'm very grateful. And okay, alright, look, alright, so the soul duplication worked. I'm going to restart the recording to use my other microphone because I had to unplug my mic to use the controller. Alright, so I'm gonna switch back to the good microphone. Goodbye. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, we are back in business. Oh, we're giga strong now. We didn't get enough for... We're strong now. Unfortunately, we didn't get enough for more levels because we had to use the other to buy. Although I didn't realize I could just buy the. So what we're gonna do is we're going to upgrade the Zweihander. This. We're gonna buy the Crest of Artorias while we're thinking about it. To be honest, the War Pick's actually really strong. I don't think people realize how strong the War Pick is. So we could show that off, but you know what? Let's do it. Let's upgrade the War. Let's actually just show off the War. Could kill Havel to get Havel's ring, but I don't think that's gonna be a big issue. We could also go around to get more souls to do more duplication. Oh God, Havel, what are you doing? Wait, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing, buddy? You don't. Oh my God. Oh my God. All right, well, he never chases me up that far. Oh my sweet baby Jesus, he's still there. I've never seen him ever chase me that. He like usually goes up like the first set of stairs and then he dips out. That's actually so terrifying. Holy Lord Almighty. He's still there. I hear him. As soon as I kill Tars Demon, I'm cooked. I'm done. Yeah, nice plunging attack. This is how it's done, baby. Woo! Not a one shot, but that's pretty close. That's pretty. Look, buddy. I need you to get out of here. My Estus barely refills my HP. Heard you walk. Gonna come out and eat me. Well, we didn't get the gold pond resin. Now let's talk to the best NPC that's in any game. If you argue with me that Solaire is not the best NPC that's ever been made, ever in all games ever made, I'm going to be so pissed off. Solaire is the greatest thing that ever happened to video game. Unironically. This man is a Giga Chad, and you will put respect on his name. You understand me? I better not hear a single person disrespect my player, or I'll be pissed. Oh, the Drake doesn't spawn. I was like, yeah, the Drake's gonna come eat. No, the Drake doesn't spawn because we never hit the trigger. Drake's never gonna show up. Good for us, because I mean, buy all these. We can get the Claymore. One of my favorite weapons. The Claymore is I don't want to call it the discount Zweihander because I think the Claymore in more circumstances is the better one. Give me your dark soul. Give me your dark hole. That really hit me. That really hit me. That's really hitting me? Ah, nah. Now that's some horse shit. The tracking on that weapon is... Drop it. Oh! Actually dropped it. I just want to Unga Bunga. Sorry, buddy. Oh. He doesn't always drop a Titan Nudge. So, do I want to kill gargoyles right this in? Maybe? So, I'm going to... I believe... Oh, I just slapped the hell out of the microphone. So, I believe what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to dupe these 2 souls I have just because. Why not? And while I'm doing that, I will think about my next decision. So, give me 1 minute. Alright, so we got a little bit more souls. And I do believe I've decided what we are going to do. We are going to level up our intelligence and our attunement to a pretty good amount. But yeah, this stat line is pretty crazy, and you know, as we find more and more souls to do, we're gonna get. So I've decided to take the remainder here. I'm going to go buy a staff and some spells, and I'm gonna, now that I have the basement key, I'm also going to go free Griggs to also get his staff and spells, and also the lingering dragon crest ring. And I'm going to kill Quelaag first. This guy right here. So he's a blacksmith. A lot of people forget he's here. A lot of people also just don't even find this guy and play through. But he sells you soul arrow, heavy soul arrow, and he sells catalyst. That's actually pretty neat. So we actually can't upgrade anything yet. Like just this. This is his cat. Like, people are going to say like, oh, this is really casual. This is, you know, no. But it is really, because it's really technical. Actually, like, it's really slow, but it has a lot of technicalities to it. So, yes. Yeah. And then he'll laugh. Alright, so we got Lautrec. He's gonna give us a Sunlight Charm, and we're gonna kick, and in thanks to that, we're gonna kick him off a ledge. Alright. Goodbye. Hardest boss in the game, done for. You'll never see it. You'll never know what I'm talking about, but just know that in order to do Lautrec's quest, you have to put up with a really, really annoying problem of not being able to use Firelink Shrine, which is the hub area, which is very central to the hub area. You know, it's very central to the game and its plot. So not having access to that is very, very annoying. So I think I'll just kill him now. Also, there's no universe where that hit me. Dude, why is my recovery bad? Like, why can I not roll? Why can I not wake up roll? Was that not a thing you could do? Dark Souls 1. That actually not a thing you could do? Am I just insane? Or have you never been able to do that? I thought for sure you could wake up recover, but only on certain attacks. I guess not. I always thought that attack you could. Yeah, coming from Elden Ring and Dark Souls 3 and 2, where you can use Estus and stuff while moving, and life gems, and, you know, Cerulean Flask. Just so you're clear, you do not have time. I'll check. So heavy soul arrows are kind of the worst spell. It's only really good on some bosses, but it's kind of like the worst spell you could use against NPC invaders. It does buttloads of damage, but it's one of the slowest casting, slowest moving projectiles. That's why Soul Spear and Crystal Soul Spear are probably the two best, because not only are they the highest damaging, they are the highest damaging. About the highest name abilities in the game, but also they have a much faster travel speed. And then you're like, okay, a sword, all right, that's pretty cool. And then you're like, oh, you know, hey, what's that? And then, oh, what's that? Oh my! Look, as a teenager, that's great. Alright, you can't tell me that's not. Alright, well, that's really bad. Right off the bat, we missed the headshot. We missed completely. And we got the hitbox from the jump. We got the hitbox from the fire. And we took fire damage. We got hit 3 times. Lost half our HP. Also, yeah, this is 30 intelligence. I mean, could you imagine if I had, like, the dust crown and I had the ring? Like, I'm not even hitting her in the head. Like, this is just 3 more, and like she's pretty close to being dead already. I mean, it's not even. Yeah, I guess. And Mildred got the last hit. Did none of the work, got all the glory. Typical Mildred fashion. Yeah, thanks, Mildred. You were great. Like, I thought Mildred would at least distract her for like a couple minutes. So, like, I don't know, Ornstein, Smo, Artorias, Wynn, like, Manus. Even Calamete's got really big wind-ups. It's like bosses that I can think of that magic. I'm gonna be honest with you. Maybe I'm just that. Look, I would tolerate. Look, I'm okay with the spider half. Alright, this is my wife of choice. People, you can say whatever you want. You can call me an animal. But this is my waifu of choice, and I will not be ashamed of it. So does he not sell a pyromancy phone? So it scales really hard. All right, we saved Griggs. This was a very important first step in our journey. And we are going to buy a bunch of stuff from him because we have enough souls, because we killed Quelaag and we didn't level up because level like 100.
Splendid.
So we're gonna buy a bunch of stuff. The big things are these. Now, we cannot buy both of these yet, but what we can buy is we can buy Fall Control and the ring, and we can buy Great Soul Arrow. Now, why wouldn't I buy Heavy Soul Arrow? You know, you said, hey, earlier you said Heavy Soul Arrow does the most damage in the game. Except I was lying. Great Soul Arrow does the equivalent damage of Heavy Soul Arrow, except it's casted faster, which means it's the best spell in slot right now. Great Heavy Soul Arrow takes twice as long to cast as Heavy Soul Arrow and does maybe 100 more damage. So it is not the best, but we can also pick up another copy of Soul.
All right.
All right, we're gonna duplicate some more souls to buy the rest of his inventory. Unfortunate. So bear with me. I'm going to end the recording, plug in my controller. I'm going to duplicate this soul. It's going to take me like 30 minutes. And after I get done, I'll buy all the stuff in his shop, and then we can go on to the next one. Because why not? And then we'll talk to him. Have you heard of Big Hat Logan? Yada, yada, yada. He's going to tell us all Logan lore. And it's like, okay, cool. We're going to go up a little bit more in intelligence. We're going to go to 35. That's going to give us quite a few souls left, though. You might ask yourself, okay, well, we have 35 intelligence. We have quite a few souls left over. What is the plan? And my plan is to go to Andre to level up the Reinforced Club. And you might be wondering, why are we still using the Reinforced Club? And it's because it's very low stamina cost. It's one of the highest damage weapons in the game, which is probably the worst Dark Souls. And to be honest, I might even skip it and do 3 first. I stomach 3 bit. It's not even like 2. Here's the thing, 2 is my favorite, technically. Because in terms of PvP and stuff, 2 is one of them. But it probably has the most, like, unfun PvE content in the game. Like, the content, the PvE stuff in 2 is terrible. God. Solaire wasn't here. How would we manage? Man, that's crazy. Hey, we got the helmet. It's actually rare. But yeah, I summoned Solaire there to get the... And so it is very... Your first playthrough is very punishing if you don't watch a guide or something. I get that. But then after your first or second playthrough, these games are not... Like, my first playthrough, oh my god, it was a disaster. I leveled up resistance to like 20 because I thought it did something. It also doesn't do anything, but every level up that is. It is actually just a useless stat. So, you normally need a key for this, but we have the master key, and this is one of those things that the master.
Oh, but I must speak. Oh, I'll be alone late.
So he says he'll be along later. So we have a soul to do. I think you guys know what that means. We also have a really good soul to do. So unfortunately for everybody, I think you know what that means. Produce the jump cut here. Run. Ragged doing soul dupe. I'm just gonna do both souls at once, and I'm gonna level. But we've talked to Big Hat Logan. He's going to be at Firelink Shrine now. The reason I need to dupe the souls is not because I need to level up, which I do need to level up to 40 intelligence. But the reason is not primarily to level up. It is to get Soul Spear, strongest. And with that, and the Lingering Dragon Crest, and not the Lingering, but the Dragon Crest Ring, we can safely kill the Hydra to get the Crown Dusk Ring, which also boosts our sorceries by cutting our HP in half, but because we have 40 Vigor, it cuts our HP to 20 Vigor. So by the time we get to 60, we'll have 30 Vigor, and 30, to be completely honest with you, 30 Vigor is enough to tank most of the bosses in the game a few times. So 60 Vigor is kind of overkill, but that's what I'm... Even 50 would be fun, really. But yeah, as you can see, Big Hat Logan's here now. So I'm going to go ahead and do the soul dude. Actually, this dude, he acts.
Oh, well.
This guy acts like he's a student of Big Hat Logan and wants to learn from him, but he's actually an assassin sent to study his magic. Take it from him. Back there. So we have a great soul. Alright, so that's one hit. You can actually avoid it here, I believe. So it's not looking so good with this thing. We've almost killed it. We don't even actually have to kill all the heads. So I think we actually killed it, yeah. So there's the Dust Crown Ring. This doesn't make our spells stronger, but it gives us more of them for half our HP. Like it's not even like comparable. Seat the Scaleless is the magic boss.
So, most I cometh so. My hope, would this be
So, because we have 60 intelligence, we have really high resistance. The wearer is blessed by all manners of magic that raises the power and effect of magic, but damage suffered by magic attacks also rises. Also, oh yeah, that's right, because the Dust Crown actually didn't have the restriction of always double damage in the first game. It was only in Dark Souls 3, and it was only in Dark Souls 3 that it was all damage. But in Dark Souls 1, it's actually only magic that does the 50% extra damage. It's actually like zero downside. But yeah, if we compare this, if we look at the magic adjust, it's higher than this. Hello, Havel. Wasn't ready to cash money. Are you seriously just... Okay, see? You notice how that didn't win? I did being dragon too. Powered thing. That's Havel, by the way. To put that in perspective, Havel has the highest resistance to every single thing in the game. Havel's armor is the strongest armor in the entire game. We just killed that man in like 3 or 4 spells, and he barely touched our HP bar, and we're healed back to full with 1 or 2 hits. We can literally face tank Havel. There is not a single reason with this build you should ever die. Also, if we use the ring, we cut our HP from 40 or from 60 vigor to 30, but we gain 8 soul spears instead of 4. And it only takes like 2 or 3 soul spears to kill most of the bosses. I think you can start to do the math in your head and start to realize just how insanely busted and overpowered this is. Here's an NPC you can summon, Iron Tarkus, if you're struggling with this boss fight somehow. This boss fight's kind of... We're actually not really going to use magic. We're going to use magic to kill this guy up here. He's going to throw a tantrum. He's going to get tired. And we're going to shoot him in the butt. Took 3 shots. Pretty much everything in this game is going to take 3 shots, by the way. Tarkus is summoned. He's going to be waiting down here for us. He literally... We killed that guy before he could summon in. Like, I just don't... Like, man, like... This build is just stupid. And you might think, like, oh, you cheated, you soul duped. Even if you didn't soul dupe, and you leveled this up legitimately, it's still pretty dumb. Because all you need is 40 intelligence, 60. And it's still just... You might be thinking to yourself, wow, that's pretty small damage. You would be right. Except for the fact that it is really big stagger damage. Which is the point. He actually didn't fall off. But that's fine. Tarkus is going to kill him. Jesus Christ. Yeah, Tarkus, if you can just survive this boss fight, you don't even have to cheese him off the side of the bridge. Tarkus does a gajillion damage. Alright, this is the turning point in the game for a lot of people. This is truly where the Dark Souls begins for a lot of people. At least the cinematic parts of it. The parts that people like the most. It looks like Satan's nutsack is taking us to the verse hell. Taking us up, not down. You can actually see the Duke's archives up in the top left of this cinematic. Yeah, Anne Orlando. Yeah, the sun. Praise the sun. It's a city on a mountain. And it's huge. The city of the gods, people. We are in the city of the Lord. Oh, this place is beautiful. This is where Dark Souls 1 really peaks. Right? Everything after this is actually kind of mid. This is where Dark Souls peak. Everything up to now has been perfect. And this is just the icing on the cake. And then everything after this, I think, is kind of... If I'm going to give it my honest opinion. This part is the... This is undoubtedly this part of it. This is Anne Orlando. This is what it's all been about, baby. This is what everything we've been doing up to this point, this is what it's been leading to. I mean, look at this. This is a beautiful... I mean, it doesn't get more beautiful than that. This giant cathedral castle in the middle of all these cities and buildings, like all these people. And it's like, this is a cinematic masterpiece for the... Oh, well, I think I'll pick this up tomorrow, actually. So, all of the playthrough you've seen up to this point was one day. I think I'm going to continue and beat the rest of the game tomorrow. So, it'll be 2-parter, but it's going to be one video for you guys because I love you. Alright, peace. Now. Anne Orlando, homeland of the gods. The place where you go after you can't file for unemployment because the government has collapsed. Crazy. Yep. Magic really is just makes the game easier. The only thing that's hard about magic is casting at the right time, because theoretically you're stuck in an animation, so you can die pretty easy if you mess up. Yeah. Pretty safe. Pretty standard procedure. The arrows are bullshit because they track you. They don't go in a straight line. Yep. Most people would be here. This is probably one of the toughest areas for new players. Magic makes it completely irrelevant. Speedrunners know really good consistency strats, but if you're not a speedrunner that does that over 50 times and is practiced, like, Magic makes it ridiculously easy. Magic makes everything in this game ridiculously easy. You'll learn that.
Oh, you've been quiet. Smooth summoning. Anytime you see you've left.
Oh. I was trying to talk to Solaire. Thank you, Bonfire.
You really are fond of chat. If I didn't know better, I think you had feelings.
Look, Solaire, I do have feelings for you. Alright, be my husbando.
You really are.
he's so cool. Yeah, we can't even level up. We have so many souls. We can't even level up. So what we're gonna do is I'm going to oral decoy right off the start. And hope that's enough. Okay. So homing soul mass. Orange or snow. Oh. It literally went through his body. Okay, well we're out of soul spears, but thankfully, why am I fat rolling? When did I start fat rolling? Are you joking? Solaire, I'm gonna need you to do some damage, please. Please leave me alone. Oh, that's not good. Oh, excuse me? Why is this not working? Why am I fast rolling? I was literally fast rolling like 30 seconds ago. Oh, it's because I took the Havel ring off. I'm an idiot. Hope Solaire's. He is. I'm stuck in a loop here. Yeah, dude. And Magic, once again, trivializes one of the hardest spots of the game. It was super sloppy. I forgot that taking off Havels would do that. I didn't even think about the consequences of that action. It didn't even cross my mind at all that that would happen. Yeah, it looks like we just can't wear anything. Yeah, I don't think we can wear anything with Havels. Without Havels. We can wear this. But yeah, that's, again, we just trivialized what would most Souls veterans, or not Souls veterans, but what most Soul players who have ever played the game would call one of the hardest boss fights in the game. You know, this is what it was all about.
Oh, chosen undead, I am Guinevere, daughter, since the day father I and that. Oh, chosen undead.
She, I don't know. Pepper. Okay. Yeah, magic's OP. The enemies actually don't respawn. So, see how they jump back from Soul Spear? They actually don't jump away from homing Soul Mass. They only they only do jumps when you are... They only do the jump away when you're casting, like as you cast a spell, because that's the trigger for the AI to dodge. It's not actually the spell itself that they're dodging. But yeah, that's Sif. Didn't really showcase the boss all that well, and didn't really explain the emotional attachment as to why it's sad. Just know that that is one of the saddest boss fights in the game, and I've saved you a lot of pain emotionally by not drawing that fight out, and by not yeah, making that longer than it needed to be. Most frustrating fucking shit I've just ever dealt with ever now. And Beatrice is almost fucking dead. That's amazing. So she's gonna be useless the entire fight. That's just even better. That's just even more awesome, game. Thank you. I'm gonna take out my anger and frustration on the first king I see. Yep. Where's the next one? Well, Beatrice is dead. Man, this is such a crazy boss arena. You know, it actually is kind of scary. Unironically, it actually is kind of spooky, because you don't know. Oh, this one spawns so far away. Alright. One more. All 4 kings. Like I said, the boss is easier than getting to him. Like, whoever said knew Londo was a good area, we should add, like, this area where the enemies are invulnerable unless you're cursed. And you shouldn't be able to touch them. And also, we'll put Dark Wraiths, which are humanoid enemies with insanely fast moves that are, like, impossible to dodge otherwise. Oh, okay, cool. I killed it while I was on my back. That's how easy magic is, baby. Let's go. Lord dead. Killed him. Got him. Got him. Yeah, Jesus Christ. That was so annoying. That was not worth 60,000 souls. I'll tell you that much. Yeah, he's very pissed off we did that, by the way. Let's see how much damage we do. What's up? I guess we can just fight him normally. Why's the things not going into his arms, though? Hello? Maybe we can't fight him normally because of that. It's gonna take a while to kill him. Okay, didn't know he's gonna do that. on, buddy. You can do it. Jump. You can do it. You're crazy. Man, that's wild. You did it. Almost had me, dude. You almost got it! Yeah! That's actually really sad. Really sad. I wonder if this will work. It does not. Man. You really tried the sneak attack. You really tried the sneak attack on me. And it did not work. That's sad. Wait, that hit me. Okay. I'm stuck in the corner! Fuck off! God, you fat asshole. Ah. Alright, thank you. Die now, please. You're useless garbage. Thank you. You're trash. Giant dad moment activated. Giga dad. Alright, now we fight one of the more complicated bosses. I say complicated. It's not complicated. It's just a bit weird. One of the weirder bosses to fight, that's for sure. Solaire, again, proving he's an absolute unit of a man. Runs headfirst into the fire, no protection. I mean, that's pretty good damage. Okay, I think Solaire literally... Oh my god. Neato. I just absolutely destroyed that thing. Thanks. I know this chick might make our life a little rough. Unless, of course, we can just stun lock her to death. Oh god. Ozlith Catalyst, nice. Dun dun dun, bum 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 bum, what da da bum 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 bum. I've said it once and I'll say it again and again and again and again. Jet Set Radio. It's the song that everybody uses on YouTube. Jet Set Radio. Jet Set Radio. Your mother smelled of elderberries. You want to know why they made it? You know why they made it to where this boss doesn't reset, by the way? It's because if it did, no one would ever finish this game. If the Bed of Chaos, so this is the insane strategy that I've figured out to do this. So, when it comes to the Bed of Chaos, it is 100% totally legally fine to cheese this boss because it's actually just a giant piece of horseshit. You are not a bad person for thinking this boss sucks and for wanting to do it this way. This is the only correct way to do this boss. And anyone who says otherwise is just a liar. That's just facts. Anyone who doesn't do it this way is a psychopath. This is the only method that's actually worth it. So what you do now is a bit confusing. Because you think, okay, well, I've got both, but the floor still needs to crack for me to get in. And so you do need to walk forward and then walk backwards to bait the Bed of Chaos into doing a swipe attack. Also, it's going to throw fire at us while we come down the strip. So what we need to do is walk about here and then walk back. It's going to do a sweep, and then it's going to do this attack thing. Perfect. Look at that. It almost pushed us off. This is the worst. Who at From Software said this was a good idea? There is something wrong with them if they thought this was a good boss. All right. That's 2 Lord Souls, baby. 2 Lord Souls. So we did Sif, Ornstein and Smo, 4 Kings, and Bed of Chaos. To be honest, I was expecting Bed of Chaos to be way more painful than what I just experienced. I expected it to be a billion times worse. So they just decided, you know, whatever. Hey.
Good day. What are you doing in the cafe?
I'm not a cleric.
Oh, I know what it is. Well, this place is...
If you say you are a cleric, he'll get really pissed off.
Well, this...
I want him to be a merchant later, so I'm gonna have to not piss him off. I think he still pulls the lever even if you say no, by the way. I think he still tries it. Yeah, he still does. Patches never change, you lovable old man. Lovable asshole. I'm just gonna go down here. Kill him. So the thing is you can't really hit him in there, but I'm pretty sure if I watched a video where his hitbox is in there. So theoretically, I think you can kill him. Or maybe not. Or maybe, no, I think it's actually under the map. But I do think you can kill him with Chaos Flame. Let's see if the quit out works, by the way. Because this is a boss arena. So if we quit out at the boss arena, it's supposed to spit you out at the front of the boss. And I think that might work if we have the Lord Vessel. No, it doesn't. Damn. It used to. That actually used to work. Unironically, Nito Skip. I'm pretty positive. I remember doing that. I don't think this boss cutscene actually drops your thing. A lot of them do, but I don't think this one does. Nope. Wow. That was something. That was Nito, everybody. Yeah. Let me get rounds of applause. That was Nito. Yeah, Nito. Too big of an issue. Okay, so hidden body, soul mass, soul spear. Let's go. Oh yeah, I forgot you take like a ton of damage without fall control. Die, skeleton. Oh, that was pretty easy. Well, that was easy. Lord of Cinder. Or Great Lord. Great Lord, my balls. Got him. I don't really want to die and lose my souls in humanity, but... He just designed this. Oh my god. That didn't kill him. That's actually impressive. I hit that dude with 780 something damage. And that did not kill him. That's actually kind of nuts. Seat the Scaleless, more like Seat the Tailless, am I right? What happened to your tail, Seat? You ain't immortal like me. Ah, my booty hole, my booty cheeks. Also, I don't think you take durability damage if we just let it kill me, by the way. Oh, it hurts. Oh, my butthole, Seat. Oh. In the Moonlight Greatsword, but I'm not running around this dude for 30 minutes to get it. Okay, well that was Seath, and we didn't even get the cool sword. Sad.
Is it the beings who?
All right, yeah. Take me.
Very well.
Yeah, do it. Do it. Eat me. Four. It's all four of them. All at once. It's funny because we could have just skipped them all. It probably would have been less annoying for me if I just skipped the door. Because you can actually just end the game without even going to Anor Londo. But no, wait, you do need the Lord Vessel. So, what you do is you ring both bells, get Framped, kill Ornstein Smo, and then you skip the door. And you can literally beat the game with, like, what, 4 bosses dead? Because you kill Quelaag, Gargoyles, Iron Golem, Ornstein Smo, that's 4. Yeah, and then you put the... So it only takes 4 bosses to get to the end of the game. And you can do it in any order. Well, because you can do Sin's Gate Skip, you actually could just do it in whatever order you wanted to. If he drops the Black Knight Halberd now, that would be the craziest troll ever. Oh my god. I wanted to do a Black Knight Halberd run from the start, and we get it as the last item drop before the final boss. We gotta fight the literal gods. Oh. Solaire, you're beautiful. You beautiful, beautiful man. We are going to kill this forgotten god that no one cares about anymore. We are going to send his ass to the Shadow Realm. And we're going to do it together, my brother and son. We've got this. First try, baby. Bling, bling. Oh! Get parried, you filthy casual. Get him, Solaire. Don't let him punk you like that. Get him, Solaire. Oh! Sit down. That's my boy. Solaire, you put him down like a dog. That's my Sunlight homie. So. And also, Gwen's kind of just an evil bastard. So, you know, forget this. We're just gonna leave. God, look at us. We're just so sexy.
My lord, bless thy safe return. Let Kath and Fraft serve your highness. We are here to serve your highness.
That's right. I'm the drip god.
Let true dark be cast upon the world. Our Lord hath returned.
Alright. That was Dark Souls Remastered in 2024. Using every single cheese and glitch that I knew how to do. Honestly, probably one of the easiest runs I've done, but also at the same time one of the most frustrating. So we really have been spoiled by Elden Ring and by Dark Souls 2 and 3, which is weird to say too. But we have been spoiled by the other Souls games, because making the jump backwards from Elden Ring to the original Dark Souls, you are going to be upset at things like the weird hitboxes, the non-omnidirectional rolling, the weird parry system, the equip load system. The way that poise works in this game is different than literally every other one. The world is the best part. The world building, the characters inside the world, the way the levels are interconnected, all the shortcuts. All of that stuff is really, really well made, and it's one of the most enjoyable parts of the game. But the combat is probably the most clunky and frustrating out of all of them. Even Dark Souls 2, with its really awful hitboxes and its really generic bosses, and it's just high amount of generic bosses in Dark Souls 2, even that has better combat in terms of like feeling like you actually have control of your character. And so Dark Souls 1 is what I would consider to be a masterpiece in the sense that it's not the gameplay can be overlooked because everything else is so good. And it's still to this day one of my favorite Souls games. I still like this game more than I like 3 and 2. I still think this is my favorite Dark Souls game, hands down. That being said, there is a lot of things that are just clunky, and going from playing Elden Ring to this was really hard for me. And I feel like a lot of the deaths that I had and a lot of the struggles I had was trying to adjust from going to Elden Ring, where everything's fluid and the motions and animations are all really extremely fluid and you feel like you're in full control, to playing this kind of janky, clunky mess where sometimes my character would just parry because I hit because I was holding down shift when I clicked by accident. And I feel like stuff like that, the input delay and the input buffering in Elden Ring doesn't let stuff like that happen the way it does in Dark Souls 1. And that could just be a keyboard and mouse issue, because I am someone who only plays these games with keyboard and mouse. As far as the overall difficulty of the game, I do think this is the easiest one. And it's solely because magic is so overpowered, and if we got the Black Knight Halberd to drop early, and we soul duped like we did, and put points into being able to use it, and then just put points into health and stamina, we could have just one-shot like every single enemy in the game with the Black Knight's Halberd, even unupgraded. We didn't even need to farm Twinkling Titanite. It would have been strong enough to carry us through the whole game. So I do think this game has the easiest, like, 0 to 100% overpowered builds possible. Whereas I think in Dark Souls 2 and 3, you have to build your character for a little bit longer to get to that insane power spike. That big jump in power takes a lot longer, and the same thing can be said in Elden Ring, where you need to farm for the first 2 hours of gameplay to make your character super, super strong early. and then you start building from there, this super huge power spike. In Dark Souls 1, if you just start with sorcery, like right off the bat, and you go and collect a few things without fighting any bosses, and it takes you like 15-20 minutes, you're already super overpowered. I didn't even use the red tearstone ring. I didn't even use power within, and if I had used those in combination with the dust crown, with the Ozolith catalyst, like I could have got all that stuff early, I would have just been one-shotting the bosses. And the fact is I was almost one-shotting them without those things. I would have 100% one-shot them with it. So, you know, that being said, we're on New Game Plus now. We beat the game. We beat the entire game. And so that is Dark Souls Remastered in 2024. I still think this game's an 8 out of 10. I don't think the clunky combat ruined it for me at all. I think the clunky combat does bring it down from a 10 out of 10 perfect game to a clunky game, but it's still one of my favorite From Software games ever made. There's just something about the jankiness of Dark Souls Remastered and Dark Souls 1 in general. There's something about it being jank that makes me love it even more. It's like being classical, right? Like a classical NES game can have a lot of weird glitches and bugs, and it can feel really janky, but there's just something special about it. It's hard to put into words why I love this game so much. But thanks for watching my YouTube video. This was my full Let's Play of Dark Souls Remastered. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I enjoyed playing it. I hope to see you all when I play the rest of the Souls series. Bye.